I'm working my way through this cookbook right here. This is Mastering the Art of French Cooking Volume 1 from Julia Child. I'm trying to cook up all the recipes in this book before I self-implode. And I'm surprised I haven't made this one yet. It's called Chicken Fricassée.
Ah! Bon appétit.
One frequently runs into chicken recipes labeled sauté, which are actually fricassee, and others labeled fricassee, which are actually stews. The fricassee is halfway between the two. Well, that sums up a lot, but also leaves a little intrigue, which I like, so let's just move ahead to this. Fricassée de poulet à l'ancienne. Old-fashioned chicken fricassee with wine-flavored cream sauce, onions, and mushrooms. For this traditional Sunday dinner dish, Sunday. It is Sunday right now, so that's perfect, which is not difficult to execute, which is even more perfect. The chicken pieces are turned into hot butter, sprinkled with flour seasoning, then simmered in white wine stock and blah, 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 blah. Let's make it. I am using a full chicken today. 2.5 to 3 pounds of cut up frying chicken. I'm just using the full bird. I think this is 4 pounds, so I'm going all in today. So I got the full bird. Jesus Christ. This has a neck on it. Good God. So I bought this chicken from somewhere I don't usually buy it from. It's a halal chicken, so they leave the neck on, I guess. That is intense. Let's go in and take a look. Here are my pieces. Now I'm happy with this. I cut this up into 9 pieces. So the drumsticks right here, the thighs are in half, the breasts are in half, and I removed the bones out of the breast. Dried the chicken. So I'm gonna save all this leftover chicken stuff like the wings and the spine and the neck, all the innards, all the stuff, because I'm gonna make a nice stock for this like tomorrow or something. So I'm gonna keep all this stuff. Wash the blood off your hands. Oh, you stupid. I made the Julia Child vegetable soup yesterday, and now I have a vegetable shortage on my hand because I didn't replenish my stock, and I thought I had more than I actually did. So I have my carrots, I have an onion, but I don't have a celery stock. So let's just pretend I do. Okay, I'm gonna dice this stuff up. Toot sweet. Whoa. Yesterday I made the soup au pistou, the vegetable soup episode. Check it out after this one. I have this leftover vegetables that I put in a Tupperware and I completely forgot about it until just now. And now I have celery. But the negative is that I have to pick it out like this. So just pick out 1 celery stalk worth of diced up celery in here. It's just there's potatoes in here, so you kind of have to avoid the potato. Get your favorite casserole dish and 2 ounces of butter. Medium heat, melt that butter, man. You know what? I'm gonna take some of this butter out. Okay, that seemed like an excessive amount of butter. There, cut it off a bit. Add the vegetables. Cook these slowly for around 5 minutes until they have softened a bit, but they haven't browned. Push them to one side. Add the chicken. Heat up slightly. Turn the chicken every minute for 3 to 4 minutes. Full house in here today. So without coloring the chicken more than a golden yellow, I need to turn down the heat after like 3 to 4 minutes. That was like 3.5 minutes. I don't know, I wasn't really timing. Lower the heat and cook it very slowly for 10 minutes, turning the chicken just once in that 10 minutes, halfway. Chicken needs to swell up, it needs to stiffen slightly, and not really change its color. So I got 600 milliliters of chicken stock that I need to bring to a boil. 2 ounces, 56 grams of flour, and I'm gonna add a little salt, 1/8 teaspoon of white pepper. 1/8 teaspoon, that was way too much. Okay, mix that together. Sprinkle salt and pepper and flour on all sides of the chicken. So on the first half here, add the flour, roll it around, get it all up in there. Then flip it upside down. I don't know. And then do the other side as well. So the flour needs to meet up with the butter. Cook that for 4 minutes, but halfway through I'll rotate these. Okay, I've turned the heat off and I'm gonna pour on the boiling chicken stock. Shake this together to blend the flour and the liquid. Some dry white vermouth. There's 120 milliliters. So I'm just gonna pour it on like so. I think that is good. Flavor is really intense with this stuff, so I think that's gonna come through quite nicely. Now what I need to do is completely submerge the chicken. N'essaie pas. Right here is the three amigos. 1/8 teaspoon of diced up thyme, 1 bay leaf, and some fresh parsley sprigs. Okay, the chicken is submerged. Taste. Gonna need a little salt, please. Might as well add a little pepper while you're at it. I bring this up to a simmering point, so turn the heat up. Cover it up, turn the heat down to a dull roar, right? Slow simmer, whatever that is, medium. You'll see wisps of steam and a stray bubble or two, but that's about it. Okay, so medium-low heat, I think, is good. 25 to 30 minutes, but I'll keep my eye on it because the chicken will need to be tender when it's done. So while the chicken is cooking, prepare the onions and mushroom. Just really quickly added these pearl onions. Added these pearl onions to some boiling water for like not long at all. But that's gonna make them easier to peel right about now. So let's get a frying pan. And the onions go in. All right, so some chicken stock, 1 ounce of butter, salt, few sprigs of thyme, few sprigs of parsley, 1/3 of a bay leaf, which one day I'll figure out what the hell that does. Cover with a very oversized lid, and this needs to simmer. So it's around 40 to 50 minutes with those onions. I'm gonna periodically like check them, you know, shake them about. So 1/2 pound of fresh mushrooms stewed in butter, lemon juice, and water, 543. These mushrooms, which are covered in dirt. Rub-a-dub-dub. I want to cut them up kind of nice looking, so let's just slice them up. Okay, so I need a little bit of water, pepper. Okay, in go the mushrooms, obviously. 1/2 tablespoon of lemon juice, 1/2 ounce of butter. Take all the mushrooms out of the saucepan. Okay, I gotta bring this to a boil before I add the mushrooms. Silly me, I don't need this many mushrooms. This is an insane amount. I just need 4 ounces. I have to save the other ones for a rainy day. Okay, add the mushrooms into the boiling liquid. Cover them in the liquid. Okay, put a lid on. I need to boil this really quickly. It's gonna be 5 minutes. I'm gonna toss them around pretty frequently. Yeah. Oh, how are the onions doing? Let's bring this over here. The drumsticks need to be tender, cool. And the other chicken needs to have, when you prick it with a fork, clear juices come out of it. Yep. And that means it's done. So let's get it out. Keep your eye out for 9 pieces. 9 pieces of chicken in there. If the parsley wants to come out now too, it's totally welcome. Oh, the bay leaf, get that out too. Okay, now I gotta simmer, what am I doing? Okay, I gotta simmer the cooking liquid in the casserole for 2 to 3 minutes while skimming the fat. This is the mushroom pan, add those cooking juices. And this is the onion pan, I gotta add these cooking juices. Continue to skim the fat off this for the next 2 to 3 minutes. After 2 to 3 minutes, I gotta raise the heat even more and boil this rapidly to reduce it down. Reduce down to 3/4 pint and it should be thick enough to coat a spoon well. Turn the heat off. Next up, I'll need 2 eggs, some cream, mixing bowl. Thank you. 2 egg yolks. 120 milliliters of heavy cream mixed in with the egg yolks. Sauce over here. Remove that layer of fat that's kind of hanging out on top. So a tablespoon at a time, I'm gonna add in this hot sauce into the egg yolk cream mixture and continue to whisk like a son of a bitch. And then once you get the hang of it, just keep doing it. Yeah. It's not too hot, right? No, it's good. Big ladle full. And now I'm just gonna go for it. Take this giant spoon here and give it a taste. This needs to go into a saucepan, separate one because I have to clean out the other one. Okay, bring this back to the heat. So I need to bring this to a boil and then boil it for 1 minute. Some salt, just a few drops of lemon juice, pinch of nutmeg. Strain the sauce through a fine sieve. I really thought the carrots and everything was gonna make it to the end, but nope. So the cleaned out casserole dish. Let me start with the chicken, arrange it in here. Some onions and some of the mushrooms. This looks nice, right? Pour the sauce on top. I'm making a decision here. I'm gonna be adding in the carrots because I want a little color in this thing. It's very beige looking. I don't know why I took them out. I like them in there. The chicken is cold, so I'm gonna heat it up, cover it and simmer very slowly for 5 minutes. I can do that. Let's give this a try. Knife and fork for the chicken, soup for everything else. I'm looking at the sauce and you think it's gonna be really thick and it's not, it's light. It's creamy, but it's light. The one thing I will say, however, is it is strikingly similar to the chicken vaterzoi that I made a little while back. I can't recall exactly the similarities, but if I had them side by side, well, we could talk. The Holy Trinity is what gets the job done. If you come prepared, you're gonna enjoy it a lot more. I love that thing. That's it. That's all. Thank you guys for watching. Shout out to my patrons on the screen right now. If you want to find out more on that, support the show. There's a link in the description. Other than that, this was Jamie and Julia. Bon appetit. Au revoir.